So today we are off to our third and hopefully final baby scan. How you feeling, babe?
Not good.
It takes her a while to walk at the pace that she used to. Simply because it's not from here. Stops her from doing it.
Beautiful building.
Oh God.
Oh God.
Can't really sit in this chair. Right. So, you just gonna lick there all day or?
Stop.
His breath stinks. Okay, so we are back from the hospital. Which hospital is it called? I know it's King's Hospital, King's College
King's
Hospital.
College.
But what's that birth centre that we go to?
The Harris Birthright.
The Harris Birthright Centre. And we just had our third and final scan. Well, you've had your third and final scan.
Yes.
I just sit there kind of nervously waiting really. But
35-week scan.
35-week scan, which is, I mean, let's elaborate on what that actually means. The first scan, basically,
It's
you
at
want
12 weeks.
And then
yeah.
what do we check for that really?
So 12-week scan is basically to check whether your baby has a heartbeat, isn't it?
Yeah, to see if the baby's kind of functioning and alive. And
Because it's literally like that big.
yeah.
A 12-week scan, like tiny.
Mm.
And then the next one is the 22-week scan,
Mm-hmm.
and they check if it has a heart, if it has 2 kidneys, if it has lungs.
Yeah, they basically want to see
brain
how the baby's
activity.
growing at that point in terms of like the second trimester.
2 arms, 2 legs.
2 arms, 2 legs, any abnormalities or anything like that.
Yeah, and I actually opted to have at the 22-week scan the Down syndrome screening
Yes.
as well. Down syndrome and Edwards syndrome screening.
Yeah, and that all passed
Yeah.
the test as well, which is great. So yeah, that's what the second trimester second scan is kind of like. And then the third scan is pretty much, we're 5 weeks out essentially from the baby being due to arrive.
Well, 4 weeks and
yeah,
6
4 weeks,
days.
and we're in a countdown, so it's so tight now. But yeah, this scan essentially is just to kind of, I'd say, double check on how the baby is growing, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, and
because
it's-
obviously it grows a lot more significantly.
It's to find out as well if it's growing too small
Yeah,
or too big.
Mm.
Because if he's too big at this stage, then they may have suggested us have a cesarean.
Mm-hmm.
Or if he's too small, that can be some
genital. His genitals are fine actually, but we'll get into that in a second.
not genital, what's the word? I can't remember what the word is, but like when I don't know.
You know.
No.
Honestly, to be fair, like
Go.
I go there for support and I go there to hold Katie's hand and make sure that everything's all right. But a lot of the time, I'm just kind of sitting there, kind of clueless as to what's going on.
Unless they point it out as well.
Yeah.
Like the 22-week scan, when he put the Doppler thing on my tummy, you can actually see the whole baby. Whereas today, she put it on and it was like, oh, that's his arm bone, that's his leg bone, because he's so big now.
The baby's grown to the point where if
doesn't fit on
you
the screen.
look at the actual scans, unless you go internal, I suppose, like you won't be able to actually see the whole baby's body. Because it's so big, it's kind of like close to the screen, right? So you
Yeah.
have to kind of focus in on certain areas where they're trying to check everything, and everything looked pretty decent and looked quite good, didn't
Yeah.
it? So
And he's £5 13 ounces
as
at
it
the moment.
stands, probably £6 now, considering how much you've eaten since you come home. But no, yeah, everything's looking good, and we're only 4 weeks and 6 days out.
Yeah.
Which,
and that's until the due date.
Yeah, it could.
And that can, I mean,
it could be earlier than that. It could be later than that.
Who
Hopefully,
knows?
it's not a week later, because if it's a week later than the due date is July the 11th, and my birthday, my 30th birthday, is July the 18th. So you can't
and he
come on
can't
that day.
share his birthday.
No, you can come at any other day except for that.
It wasn't the greatest experience today. It was
Yeah.
fine. It was fine, but it was just.
You felt a little sick, didn't you, in terms of?
Yeah, and the thing that I've literally just put it on my Instagram actually, just because the amount of times that women apologise for feeling something, and actually
Shouldn't have to.
everything is normal, and it's totally normal because there's this thing that women shouldn't lie on their back because it blocks the central nervous system, and it can make you feel sick, and it can make you feel dizzy, and it can affect your breathing. And it's the whole thing, like, you should sleep on your left hand side when you're pregnant. Well,
Especially towards the end.
yeah, and I mean I do sleep on my left hand side, but I've never. It's kind of been one of those things like, oh, is it an old wives' tale and all of that? But today,
You noticed it.
genuinely, I was like, oh shit, like, can you say shit?
Yeah, of course
Sorry.
you can say shit. Fuck, just don't say the C word.
I don't say that anyway.
Yeah,
That's
right.
atrocious.
C word is not allowed in here
No.
at all.
But yeah, today was the first day that actually I was like, oh my god, and I'm such an apologetic person. I'm too British sometimes, I think.
I think it's also a pride thing.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm really sorry, I feel sick. And she was like, oh, that's fine.
It's normal.
It's normal to
They,
feel
they,
sick.
they said it's quite normal for you to. They said it before there is even a murmur of you actually being sick. They said, if you do feel sick, if you do, just make sure that you lie on your side and blah blah. So they're basically like.
And that's why I
talk to
didn't
you
say
through it.
anything to start with to you, because I thought to myself, oh, bye.
He's off. He gets jealous.
Excuse me. Because then I thought to myself, is this psychosomatic? Am I feeling sick because she said I might feel sick?
No.
And I lay there a bit and I thought, no, you genuinely do feel sick. You do feel ill. Like, sit up. Because for a time being, I thought to myself, am I just being like,
Yeah.
is it in my head? But no, it was horrible. And then had to sit up and thought I was going to faint. And then I had an orange juice and a cheese croissant from the cafe next door, and I felt fine.
Yeah. Good.
So-
The scanning, like, sounds like a lot went on then, really, but realistically, it didn't go on for that long.
No, the appointment was 9:15 and we were out by 10:30.
Yeah, which is relatively quicker than our last scan, which actually we didn't have any troubles, but
We were there till 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
yeah, we were there for a lot longer than we first initially expected.
Yeah.
And I would say that out of the 3 scans, this was the quickest. So that's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, now and you feel fine now, and that's what matters. And now we're just gonna have to brace ourselves. I'm gonna be the best hand holder you'll ever see. And,
I know, he kept saying, you can squeeze my hand, you can squeeze my hand. I thought, you ain't seen nothing yet, love.
yeah, I know.
You wait.
But you seemed reluctant to squeeze my hand. I suppose it's because you was like trying to
Just trying to breathe and not
digest what's
chunder.
going on as well. Yeah.
Basically, that's what I was
Like,
doing.
just, use me.
Yeah.
But it's because you just feel so like as speaking as a birth partner, you just feel slightly not helpless. Yeah, helpless.
helpless.
You do, and you just try and support yourself, support
It
them.
must not be nice to see someone. Like,
Especially when you're when you're not the one that's going through something, the other person is not ill, but like they're going through a procedure and their health fluctuates and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, but lots of that, lots of pacing around. But yeah, we've got the baby shower coming up at the end of this week, which is
on
exciting.
Saturday, yeah. I'm
Our
sure you will
mums-
see some of that.
Yeah, our moms will see each other for the first time as well, which is exciting.
Yay, our mummy's meet.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Which
yeah.
is mad.
On to the
Oh,
don't know how this one
thank
will
you.
react.
Oh, there we go.
More people. But yeah, that's it for today's video. Just thought we'd give you a little insight in terms of what a typical day of having a baby scan looked like, if that makes any sense. Yeah, it was quite cute. And honestly, it's about 12 o'clock now. We've got the rest of the day. I'm going to go to the gym. Katie's just going to
Clean out the spice drawer.
clean out the spice drawer. But
The
she can't-
joys of maternity leave, just jobs that you just find to do.
Yeah, but not doing too much.
No.
Not doing too much. She's still a vessel, so she has to be careful. Yes. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, and yeah, peace and love. We'll see you in the next one.